guys, Brian Stevens here, Mortgage Shots. I got Tom Rapisarda with me with Rapisarda Realty. You can see that in the background. Tom's a local guy, which is kind of cool, so I've been able to check out his business from afar for a number of years. I've known his family for a long time and got to see a business grow from the ground up to the largest real estate brokerage, I would say, or one of the most successful brokerages in all of Solano County, and I'd venture to say Northern California. Tom works for The Core. You're probably familiar with them. They're going to get the elite top real estate agents in the country who are dedicated to their business at a very professional level. In good markets and bad markets, Tom's continued to consistently produce, and not a lot of folks can say that. So I wanted to use this opportunity to pick his brain over a couple of things. Tom, how are we doing today?
Doing fabulous. Thanks for having me on, Ryan.
Right on. Hey, we just had a conversation a few minutes ago, and we were talking about gratitude. And when I brought it up, you quickly caught on to that, and you started asking me questions about gratitude and what it means to my business, and I had to think about it for a few minutes. I think it's at the core of everything we need to do. What does gratitude mean to you in your business?
Gratitude's more so perspective. I think there's so many things in life you can complain about, but all of a sudden, if you really open your eyes and instead of saying what's negative, what is positive in your life? And all of a sudden, if you start thinking about all the positive, it's almost impossible to be negative and really feel low. And I know when real estate's not going good for me or I'm feeling low, I have to look within. What am I not doing correct? And 100% of the times I'm not giving gratitude and I'm not doing my normal morning routine, which is getting out there, working out, and those endorphins going.
I asked you point blank, I said, well, why are you succeeding? What are you doing differently than other brokerages? Why are you finding success where others don't? And you gave me a little analogy that I thought was pretty clever. Can you reboot that?
What analogy was that, Brian?
About red cars.
Oh, the red cars. I love that one. So asked Brian question and said, Brian, on the way over to my office, from the morning till you got to my office, how many red cars did you see? Brian's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe a couple. I don't know. I'm like, Brian, how about this? If I give you $1,000 for every red car you see, how many red cars do you think you'd be able to see? He's like, Tom, I'd be able to see every single red car. So I'm like, Brian, that's opportunity. He says, what we're doing right now, none of us are focused, or not a lot of us are focusing on that opportunity. And so what are you doing in your life that's really making you sit out there and see that opportunity available? And for me, I do what's called the greatness tracker. So I'm going through my week, I'm calling people, I'm meeting face to face, I'm doing break breads. And for me, that's opportunity. It's for me being aware of my surroundings and trying to see the different opportunities out there.
That's really kind of a big one. I think it's easily overlooked. I think a book I read recently, we're talking about sleepwalking through your day. And I think oftentimes we do that. We sleepwalk through our day and we don't see the opportunities.
Yeah.
You think there's more opportunities out there than most real estate agents are identifying?
There's so much opportunity. And I think what's happening right now, the past couple of years have been a lot more challenging, and it's easy to get discouraged. And for me, I'm not focusing on the results right now. I'm focusing on my effort. I know things are going to be good if I continue focusing on effort, and results are bound to come.
That's huge right there. It's really kind of setting yourself up for when markets do shift. Put yourself in a good position today, and when it turns, it's going to turn in your advantage.
100%. We're setting up for something big.
Well, with that said, this is a tough market. Everybody's feeling the pinch. Everybody is in some capacity, some more than others. What are some of the activities and actions that you and your team are taking right now that you think is helping position you for when the market does turn?
For me, I'm still doing the standard thing with the database, the farming, the online stuff. But for my big thing, my big aha past year or so has been VIPs. And so going after other business owners, whether it's a CPA, financial planner, your loan officers, anyone who's kind of in the trade, and even outside the trade, it can be contractors, painters and stuff. But what I'm doing, I'm trying to develop a deeper relationship with them. And Brian, I think you are phenomenal at this. And what you do, you give so much value, you continue to give value. The more value you give and not focus on yourself, then it's a lot easier to ask for a referral. And that person who you ask for a referral, they probably feel guilty because you've given them so much value and they feel like they need to give back to you. So that's what I've been focusing on this past year.
I just recently did a video where I was critical of real estate agents and loan officers. Not all of them, but critical of efforts that I see. Picking up your phone, following up, following through, having that sense of entitlement, these type of things. I asked you, why you're succeeding. One of the other answers you gave me is you said, I only hire good people, like the importance of hiring good people. For other brokerages out there, can you address that for a couple of moments? Because I think what happens in lending and in real estate is a lot of brokerages will collect real estate agents and lenders like baseball cards. You just get them all. But you have a high level of discretion in terms of hiring. What is it that you're looking for in a real estate agent or in a person that says, yeah, this is a guy or a gal who would be great on my team?
I got that advice from my father. He's 80 years of age, been CPA loan officer, and says, Tom, it only takes one bad seed to get in there, and all of a sudden you've tainted your entire culture and potentially your reputation as well. So we started off very slow when growing our brokerage firm, and we'd only take on high quality individuals. And when I'm talking about high quality, I like when they walk in. Are they dressed professional? Do they have a nice shirt and tie on? For ladies, it's a nice dress, especially during an interview. And then how do they talk? Or is it nice? Is it reciprocal conversation? I try to look at the heart. Are they kind of a nice person within? If I get a bad feeling about anyone, then it's just not going to be the right fit for me. And through time, with age and kind of getting a little bit more life experience, we've gotten tighter and tighter with the quality that we brought in.
Yeah, that's a big one right now. And because the market is tight right now, we're finding a lot of attrition that's going on. The number of lenders, I think we were at 128,000 lenders. We're down to like 78,000. I mean, the numbers are astounding. For a real estate agent who's on the edge right now, what advice would you give them? Your average agent out there who maybe isn't succeeding, or maybe frankly isn't meeting up to the standards that you're talking about. What would be your singular advice you'd give to an agent right now who needs to make a change in order to get through these markets?
I think you got to look within. Are you really giving it your all, or are you just going through the motions? If you're just going through the motions and you're not 100% committed, then I don't think you need to be in this industry. I think there's so many realtors, and I think we do need a little cleaning out. But if you need to provide for your family and you actually have a purpose and a joy for real estate, then what are you doing to make yourself successful? Right now, you may not have as much business, so you feel you don't need to work as much. But I think right now you double your workload. You should be working 50, 60, 70 hours a week, doing whatever it takes to provide for yourself and for your family. So I think you just have to look within, Brian.
Now, I know that you talk with realtors around the country. I know that you are probably looking at some different other markets a little bit more closely than your average real estate agent. So I know you've got opinions on where the market is and where the market's going. You asked me this question and I gave you what my answer is, so I'm going to ask it right back to you. Where do you see the market going?
Wish I had that crystal ball, but what the experts say, Q1, Q2, we should see the market pick up a little bit, which we have felt it pick up a little bit this past month. And so hopefully Q2, hopefully it continues to kind of lighten up. But I think once we see the Fed starting to decrease rates, hopefully in Q3 and Q4 of 2024, hopefully we see the market start taking off. And then 2025, I'm hoping it's going to be a very good, healthy market. And I think you are a little bit on the opposite side, a little bit concerned with a lot of these foreclosures that may be along the way and all the national debt.
Yeah, and now the most important question here, I'm not even going to ask who, but give me a score for Sunday.
Oh, I'm the biggest Niners fan, but I'm so scared of Mahomes. But I'm just going to go, I bet the over, which is 47.5. So let's go. We're going to do 28-24 Niners, maybe.
And who's coming away with an MVP trophy?
Oh, Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, huh? I'm going Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, and then Hollywood's going to call Brock afterwards, ask if they can do a movie on him.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was thinking about this, and we won't get in the weeds on it because I know that you're on a tight schedule right now. But Brock Purdy we need to have a good showing for Brock Purdy because he's on about a $400,000 salary right now. He's the last player in the league. He needs to get a couple of endorsements to get him through the next couple of years so we can keep him on that initial contract and use that money for other players.
I think our area needs to do a GoFundMe account for the poor guy. He's making a little over $800,000 right now.
I thought it was for $800,000 what he's making. I'll tell you what. Yeah. Truth be told, that would be a great marketing plan to put together a GoFundMe for Brock Purdy. People would pay into it, and it would be a heck of an opportunity to get a little bit of exposure for your real estate brokerage.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Hey, listen, I know you're, like I said, on a tight schedule. Thanks for just jumping on. You're a sport for doing this, my friend. And I will be talking with you soon and maybe see you on Sunday.
Yeah, let's do this again sometime soon.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Okay, bye, Brian.